sir. On this lovely Tuesday, the last day of August, we had some news come out.
Great news, big news. Cam Newton released from my Patriots. I'm looking at this post 6 hours ago. Somebody said, I just got my Cam Newton jersey in the mail. Let's go. Then he posted a tweet and said, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Shocking news this morning, man.
Say what now?
Shocking news this morning.
Yeah, that was a little unexpected. I wasn't sure if. Well, I thought he was going to get the starting job, to be honest.
So what?
I thought he was going to be named the starter, not let alone get cut.
Bill's been saying Cam to start. He's been saying that. But now, when he was out 5 days and they asked him, is this a good opportunity for Matt to show that he can, be the number one? He give us simple answers. It is. So that's what kind of pulled him in front. And then when you go 35 for 40 in the practice against the first team defense, and then you go 18 consecutive downs with consecutive passes, catches and things like that, then you're seeing opportunities that, you might not have seen if Cam was there. And so he's been showing out. He's been lights out. He's been coming in, learning. He's been watching film to beat the Patriots defense. How you watching film to beat your own defense, but you're not on Sunday? So, that's not saying that Cam wasn't, doing all these good things. He was doing a lot of good things. But, right now we're in the COVID season. And when you're not vaxxed, it could be a liability. He got COVID last year. And so going into this year, I don't know if teams will, want to deal with that, because most of the NFL is 93% vax, you know what I mean?
How much of that do you play the factor in this decision?
I think it was a big part of the factor.
I think it was bigger than that's on the field.
Yeah, because the performance, you gave him a small sample to work with. Cam was getting like 2 series.
Yeah.
Getting 2 quarters. So
and he was playing well in them 2 series.
Yeah, he's playing well. The Giants, he didn't look so good, but
but he did. He looked decent. He looked good enough.
He looked decent. So you had this happening, and was it a shocker to me? Yes, it was a shocker this morning. I did not think.
Oh yeah,
it's gonna happen. Bill showed me something. I gotta do something though. I gotta give credit. I gotta give credit to my cousin. As he said, Cam might not make the 53-man roster. I laughed at him. I gave him, I was really harsh on him because he likes to hate a little bit. I'm going to try to get him on this podcast too, but we'll see. But he did say Cam might not make the 53 right. He was right, and I want to tell him he was right. And I know he's going to love this. And I don't want to hear it. After this day, I'm not telling you right about nothing else. I'm not telling you nothing because I don't care.
Well, it's very shocking to me, just from at worst, again, what can Mac Jones learn from Cam? You know what I'm saying? Like, even if Cam knows, okay, I'm not coming in this as a starter now. Like Cam, I don't think he's gonna show out like an Antonio Brown or something crazy like that. That ain't necessarily his personality. I do feel like it's like a stigma with Cam. It's always been one since he was in college. That it's just, I feel like people love to hate him for whatever reason. And it's like, okay, now it's like people are saying, oh, Cam is done. He's done. He needs to retire. And it's like, really, people are really saying that. He's like 31 or 32 years old.
They think he's done because of the season he had last year. And, he only threw 7 touchdowns, 7 passing touchdowns, but, counted for more than 10 plus on the other side rushing. So, was the accuracy not there sometimes? Yeah, it was. Did he cost some games? I think he fumbled against the Jets. We was right there by the end zone. And other things. We had to come back from behind to beat the Jets.
But how impressed were you with Cam before he got COVID?
He looked good.
He looked great.
He looked good.
He looked great. What was that, the Seattle game?
Yeah, Seattle. He was on the goal line.
Yeah.
to win that game. He threw for I think 300 to 400 passing yards.
400 yards, I think. Yeah.
So he looked good. And then I think he came back against was it 49ers that game, and he threw like 3 picks.
Yeah, the next game I think.
No, he got killed by the 49ers. But I mean, he gave you 7 wins. I mean, that's more than some quarterbacks now. I mean, that's
some quarterbacks ever do. And this is an MVP guy. Like, you've seen what Cam can be. I just feel like, let's say Mac Jones get hurt or he falls apart. I mean, you got Cam in there. Cam can win you some games by himself.
I had a typo on that, didn't I? Newtown, what I'm thinking about. But yeah, I think, obviously the COVID was a big deal last year. And then going into this year, it's probably a big deal for most players. I mean, you people are not wearing masks and they got caught by the NFL and they paying $15,000.
Yeah.
I think the guy from I know Beasley got fined and then somebody else. And then the dude posted that he got his first vaccine shot.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, and I know it's a lot of controversy on this shot back and forth, but at this point, I just feel like if it's affecting your livelihood to this degree, if it's not more than your preference, it may be something that people really want to consider doing, especially on this level of athlete, of job. You know, I don't know. It feels like too much money to just throw away because of, and yes, it is a decision, but I mean, are we 100% sure either way is the right or wrong way? I don't think so. So,
I'm pretty sure people people gonna consider it for different reasons and have their reasons. I mean, it ain't like, I wouldn't tell nobody to force the vaccine and do it. I mean, everybody got their own way of thinking and things like that. So I'm gonna just, leave that up to them. But it will be consequences in it, and that's putting it in. I mean, that's in every workplace, whether it's my job, your job, or things like that. So it's just, the thing is, we'll just have to deal with it, and hopefully the best comes out of it.
Oh yeah. So where Cam going now? What's the next stop for him, man? I'm not sure.
I don't know. I mean, right now, think about an MVP being a backup. Do you think Cam really want to be a backup? At
this age, but he can still perform at a pretty high level.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, this is what he's gonna have to do. He's gonna have to kind of be in that backup role. I mean, I know that it was reports that Dallas was looking to bring him in. They just cut 2 of their quarterbacks. I mean, he did play under Ron Rivera. Maybe he can go to Washington Redskins.
He could possibly play day 1 at both of them places.
He gonna play over Dak. Cut it out.
Is Dak playing?
Yeah, he playing.
We'll see. You're gonna put Dak out there the first game of the year against Tampa Bay's defense. Probably the best defense in the league. He ain't played since last year. His first game actually is a regular season game against the champs. That's a bad move.
Joe Burrow played 3 downs.
You said Joe Burrow played 3 downs.
He played 3 downs in his preseason game, and it was like run. I think maybe a little screenplay, and went
because he's coming off an injury too.
I know that, but I'm saying he's going out there. Dak can't go out there and play.
Right. We gonna see. Everybody built different.
They are. I think everybody built different, but I mean, you don't cut 2 backups and then say, "All right, Dak not starting. We're gonna bring him in."
I definitely think they're gonna try to start Dak. What if he's not ready? He might not be ready, man.
He might not. I mean, I don't. The injury that he had on his ankle wasn't the main injury that people talking about now. It was the shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, I think that Cam can hopefully find a backup role. We don't wish injury on nobody now. But, things happen in the NFL. We'll see if that. I mean, it maybe somebody goes down. We never know, and that could be an opportunity for them to kind of seek Cam and things like that. But If he can find a good spot, I mean, Deshaun Watson probably ain't gonna play no time soon. He probably can go over there. He probably can go over there with Tyron Taylor. I mean, he ain't like this stud, but go over there and try to play over there. I mean, you got an organization that's revamping and trying to do different things. So I think if you bring him in, maybe you can get something out of him.
I mean, Cam can still. I feel like Cam can still take a team to the playoffs. Yesterday was a down year. He was coming off an injury, and the Patriots ain't have nobody out there for him.
They didn't.
They had nothing. You can say what you want.
They got upgrades this year.
Say what?
They got upgrades this year.
Yeah, you giving it all to the rookie.
I mean, why? I mean, yeah.
Why they do my man like this, man? I'm tired of this, man. All-time rushing touchdowns for a quarterback. I mean, Cam is a good player, man. He a different cat, but he got the right to be different. I thought he had the right to be different.
I mean, I think when you go across the board, you can point out different things in all different quarterbacks. I mean, from Lamar Jackson, who was the MVP, to Pat Mahomes, who was the MVP. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Two different quarterbacks, two different styles. The offense for the Ravens might not fit the offense for offense for Pat Mahomes. Chiefs offense might not fit Lamar Jackson, so you kind of make the offense work for them. But I can say, and the reason why I wasn't on the podcast last time for the Tim Duncan Kobe debate, because
part one.
Part one.
That's official now.
Because I was at the New England Eagles game here in Philly. So I saw Mac Jones in action. I saw Cam Newton in action, who played tremendously well in that game. He was, 8 for 9, 7 or 8, something like that, for 105 with a touchdown. Had great drives, throwing the ball throughout, making his check downs, observing the field, moving the ball. The defense looked incredible. And then Mac came in and he was dumping the ball and doing like that and having some series where he was getting into the red zone, either get field goal or touchdown. So both of them showed out, but Bills thought that I guess we want to go with the rookie this year, and he made a decision, and I guess they didn't want that distraction from a rookie to have somebody over your shoulder. And now it's just like, all right, it's your show. Now you just got to drive us home, and we trusted in you. And now you got a Hoyer that's back there just trying to.
See, now he's terrible. Like, he's terrible.
Yeah, so, I mean, who knows?
But I guess I'm pretty sure once they say Cam wouldn't start, and he probably requested to be released. So I mean, it makes sense because, like we've been talking about, Cam can get on with another team. I'm not worried about that, but I just want him to get another fair shake.
Can he get on though?
Yeah, he'll make a team. He'll be on the team this coming week.
I mean, when he was trying to look for a job, the NFL wasn't even wanting to build. Did him a favor somewhat and got him to the league.
He will be a Redskin or a Buffalo Bill. I will bet whatever you want. I will bet one of the merchandise you give away on the next episode. I bet some for myself. Spoiler.
You want to go with those two teams, or you want to pick, or you just want to say
oh no, he's gonna make a team, but I feel like
I just want to be specific.
He'll be on the team for our next podcast. Not counting this one.
He might. We'll see. We'll see.
I got one more topic for you. I know it's a quick day. People got things to do. But I have one more thing to talk about today. Shout out to my man, Mees. Mees, you you out there working hard. We just jumped on, man. Had to get the people what they want.
He didn't call you, Mees. That's up to him.
It's up to me.
I got thrown into the fire.
You handle yourself well. So, Ben Simmons, breaking news on my Sports Center this morning, off today. Ben Simmons requests trade, not reporting the training camp. He is now done with Philadelphia, as I'm sure behind closed doors they are done with him. I guess I'll get my initial thoughts. I mean, we knew we was gonna get to this point. The biggest thing is the crowd done
You was
turned on
hiding
him.
this guy.
I still think he's a good player. It's just in that city at this point, it's a done deal for you. Like there's no coming back from the damage that you've caused in Philadelphia. So now it is time to, potentially see where else you can block.
What's the damage that hard though?
Yeah, they could have easily went to the I ain't gonna say easily, but they could have went to the finals last year, and you could have went to the finals the year with Jimmy Butler. But the rumor, it's never been made official, but the rumor is Butler wanted to leave not because of Embiid, but because of Simmons. So you call yourself a superstar player 1 year because of this guy's I don't know what to call it at this point.
You say lack of
liabilities.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I mean, he is an all-NBA caliber player with the liabilities. And he's still a fairly young guy. But at this point, man, the clock on Embiid is so much faster than normal star players just because of how big he is. Like, you never know with a big guy when that knee is gonna go for the last time. So he's in good enough shape right now to lead a team, and he needs a good co-star. And it's not Simmons.
I never thought Simmons was a co-star to anybody, and I've been saying this for a while. He's a fourth or fifth guy on the team. He's a Tony Allen. He's a defensive guy. That's all he is right now. He's a Tony Allen. But
he's a little more than Tony Allen. Like, he's gonna give you 15 a game.
Probably is he?
Yeah, he should. On a regular season night, he's gonna give you 15.
He probably ain't averaged 15 in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
So
he said he has not.
He probably hasn't.
I'm sure he has, dude. I'm sure he has. But beyond that, I've already I've already mentioned on the podcast. I feel like the best place for him is the Warriors. It's the least amount of pressure, but still playing on the biggest stage potentially because what he could bring to that team, especially because I don't know what Klay Thompson is going to be when he comes back. I mean, if anything, he's going to be able to spot up and shoot instead of coming off the picks, Reggie Miller style. But we'll see. But that's a good move. I think if Philly really want to go for it, you go to Dame Lillard route. That would be amazing.
If they move him.
If they move him. But me personally, that would be the way to go. I would give up Simmons and at least one more thing or whatever you want outside of Embiid for Dame. I think you could get McCollum in that deal for a little bit more. I mean,
co-star numbers: 5 points one game, 6 points the next, 8 points, 11 points, 18 points, 4 points, 17 points.
This is playoffs, though, right?
That's all in one series.
Ben Simmons, it's playoffs.
So he did average 16. Last year he averaged 14. Then the year before that he averaged 16. So I guess you can put him at
15 a game.
15. Wow, what they do?
That is 15 a game.
That's a great co-star because let me see. Weren't you the one that said Middleton got to do this and all these other players got to do this about co-stars? Ben Simmons got to do more than that. And
he got to do a lot more.
Ben Simmons he wants to go to the Clippers. He wants to go to the Lakers. He wants to go to there's one more team.
All Cali.
Warriors.
Yeah.
So who knows if your boy and Sixers will even send him that way. Raptors throwing their offers, Minnesota throwing their offers. So we'll see what happens. And this is not like he's some hardened to the man where he wants to go. Cut it out. Then you got Paul coming in here talking about, I want both of my clients out of Philadelphia. Go sit down somewhere.
Yeah, Rich Paul, he's developing a couple of enemies these last few seasons, man. This Nerlens Noel thing going to court I don't think I know as much about it as you do. I just seen that I don't know, it could get messy, especially in the light of if he start naming names and other guys want to take it to different places. Like, what happens? Where does the divide come with these agencies? Because that's kind of where it feels like we're at now.
Yeah, and then your boy in the news a lot, with Rich Paul in the news a lot. Nerlens Noel's trying to sue him now over something. But will Ben Simmons and Maxey be in the package deal? Will your Maxey be in a deal by itself? What's the ticket on Maxey right now? I mean, do we want him in Boston? I mean, it's a different day. But I mean, he's a good player. I mean, he reminds me of Terrence Mann at the Clippers.
Yeah, very similar.
Somebody off the bench, give you a spark, can get to the rim.
Defensive potential.
Defensive potential. So we'll see what happens. I'm not sure. This one that just came out somewhat today that he don't want to come back to the facilities. He don't want to come back to the Sixers.
This is Ben Simmons, yes.
Yeah, Ben Simmons. But we know that everything was trending that way just from the last series and
from the last game we saw.
Just the city being on his case for not shooting the ball. You're getting all this money, and then you can't even perform and play to a level of some
decent level,
all-star level. You know
yeah.
what I mean? And so we'll see what happens. I mean, obviously, it's going to be a development thing, and October is around the corner.
And I know. I think they got 5 weeks.
This is about to be kind of like a crazy this might be a crazy month.
Yeah.
Might be a crazy month. So we'll see. I don't know. I'll say he might get his wish and go to the Clippers, but what are they giving up? What the Lakers gonna give up? They can't trade nobody. Excuse me, they can't trade nobody until what?
January, I think.
January?
Yeah. Or December. Maybe December.
Oh, I thought it was like the start of the season. Or
the guys that they signed, no.
Okay.
No. But so one more that might kind of hurt our feelings a little bit, Derek. Old number 9, Rondo number 9.
Breaking news. We do know the Cardinals placed Malcolm Butler on the reserve retired list today, according to the transactions on the wire. He was having some personal issues that he was dealing with, and he was kind of leaning towards retirement. So prayers out to him. Hope everything is okay, but this is just coming down.
Former Patriot.
And more breaking news. We just talked about Brian Hoyer. He just got released from the
Wow. So y'all go to 3 quarterbacks to 1 in one day.
And then Statman,
Stidham,
I think he on the injury reserve because he has surgery or something.
So maybe they looking to bring somebody else in.
We'll pick up somebody from the wire.
Oh, it'll be interesting. There's gonna be some good guys on the wire this year. Some good guys. But what do you think about this here? Our boy Rondo, number 9, on his second stint back to LA. I don't know, man. It feels like I thought Rondo, after especially winning that second chip, the way it happened, he was the 3rd best player on that LA team.
He was. It was a big part, and that's why we thought last year that he was going to be he could have been helpful for the Clippers, but obviously Ty Lue really didn't play him that much, and he didn't show what he showed in 2020 when he was playing for the Lakers. I feel like it's like he's a talker and he's like to get involved and he likes to kind of hey, this happened, but we can do this. We can do talking like that coach on the floor and things like that. So does that mix well with 1 LeBron, 2 Russell Westbrook, and then you got all these other guys like Melo? Are these guys willing to buy into maybe a coach maybe a player like that on the floor? Listening to Frank, I mean, how many people are going to be running this team? Because most of these kind of attitude, kind of players that's on the court. That's how they are. They're very verbal on the court. Like to talk, like to get people. Hey,
riled up.
If I'm going here, you got to rotate it. Things like that. So, how would that work?
A lot of experience in that team.
But I'll say, for them, Rondo knows the system. He knew his role on that team. So he fitted well with the Lakers when they won the championship. So I think he can come back and kind of be a valuable piece. I don't know how much of a big role he will have on this go around, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and I know we speak about him helping the Clippers, but I mean, he didn't even, the Clippers didn't even initially pick him up. He went to Atlanta, I think it was, and that didn't work.
Yeah.
Which I guess that was like a last little payday.
I was just saying for the playoff push.
Oh, yeah. I'm just saying, like, what is the issue with Rondo to where it feels like it works completely? And we've seen that in Boston. We've seen that, I mean, really in LA, honestly, because he was a great teammate in them playoffs for LA.
Yeah.
And at this point in Rondo's career, I don't expect anything out of him really in the regular season other than being consistent. But playoff Rondo is a real thing, and I still see it when he's allowed a chance. But the thing in LA, it's gonna work because it's already worked once. LeBron trusts him. That's all that really matters.
But that was with different pieces too. It's only 3 people. Well, now it's 4 people. 4 people on that championship team that's still the Lakers right now. Everybody else is new.
Yeah.
4, LeBron, AD, Dwight, and Rondo. Everybody else is new. So this is a new team. Huh?
Oh, Gasol came last year.
Yeah. This is all new team. So now let's get this chemistry going on this team. You know how they work, but you only had 2 starters. Rondo wasn't starting like that. Dwight wasn't starting like that. So now you all right, how do I mesh with Wayne Ellington? How do I mesh with Melo? Malik Monk, Bazemore, things like that. How are they going to be in the right spot that Clay Matthews was, or that other people was, KCP and Kuzma and all them guys were? I know how they do, and I learned from, all right, I know he's going to be on this backside rebound, but, things like that. How will they work? So,
well, to me, that's the issue because you got half of this roster. I hope I'm not echoing.
No.
You got half of this roster trying to win a championship. That's the completely focus. I'd say probably more than half. But then at the end, guys that they're plugging in, like you're saying, and depending on being role players, Malik Monk, Horton Tucker, who did just get paid, but I mean now you got to show me you earn that money. And those other 2 guys are trying to make that money. They on 1-year deals, prove it deals. I mean, they're gonna be going for it, especially in the regular season, which I think is gonna be allotted for them to do. I really feel like a lot of these additions, again, are just for the regular season, and then the Lakers are going to try to get back.
Somebody will be traded. Somebody will be traded. It happens every year on LeBron teams. Somebody going to be traded. They're going to try to pick up some people. So I'm just putting this out there right now. I'm looking into the camera. You see me. Somebody will be traded.
That's true.
Because I don't know who it is, but somebody will be traded.
I don't think they're going to do a Cavalier style mix up if they do. I mean, your core is still the same. It still comes down to LeBron, right? LeBron, 38-year-old LeBron James, and Anthony Davis. And I mean, at this point, we'll see what Westbrook looks like, but he could be another longer-term guy. He's not that old. I think he's our age, 32, something like that. He's not an old guy. He can play there another 5 years.
I think he's 31.
31. So yeah, he could be here another 5 years easily. We'll see what happens, man. It's 2012, and I want you to put that graphic up. It's the 2012 All-Star team. They have like 7 players.
If I had it, I would. I probably can.
They got about 7 players from that draft on this team. I seen that on Instagram yesterday. It was like ESPN or SportsCenter had it, and it's like, oh, this is for real. It's gonna be interesting to see with LA, man. But yeah, man. How your fantasy draft go?
Glad you asked, buddy. It went well. We had I had my first draft. Last Thursday. This is with me's and some of my family members and friends. It went well. I grabbed Saquon in the first. I had the 7th pick. And then I was trying to get Hopkins in the second, and so somebody picked Hopkins in the first round. I was like, dang. So I knew that if Antonio Gibson from the Washington football team. Sorry about that, people. So if I get Antonio Gibson from the Reds, I keep saying the Redskins, the Washington football team. Thank you. I knew that it would be good.
It's all right, man. You can still call him that, man.
I mean, I'm trying not to.
It's gonna take some time, man.
I know it is.
Been a team name almost 100 years, and now all of a sudden it's like, whoa, baby.
People still wearing it to the games, ain't they?
Exactly. Oh, they gonna wear it purposely now.
So I picked Gibson in the second round. Then but guess who was there, and I missed over him.
Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, Mees picked him. I ain't see it.
What pick was Mees?
Mees was right before me. He was number 6.
Mm-hmm.
He had a drafted a decent. I mean, I don't think people couldn't mess up the draft and draft a decent team. We did have one person that everybody say that messed up the draft. He was reaching on players. Took Kareem Hunt in like the 3rd. He took who he taking in the 4th? Jared Jr. in the 4th. These are 6th or 7th round guys, maybe. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now I'll say this too. Now when people say that about the picks, because I've been in a couple. I'm not in the league this year. It's my first year. I'm not in one. But I've been in leagues where people pick what some would say untraditionally. Where like my buddy yesterday, Roger was saying, man, this draft he was in. He said a guy picked Mahomes first. He was just like, that ain't a good move. That ain't a good move. Now I know over the last 4 or 5 years of fantasy, you don't take a quarterback first or whatnot. But like to me, Mahomes or like a Lamar Jackson, like those Russell Wilson, like some of those guys, I don't have a problem taking them early because you know what you're gonna get with them.
You don't, but Lamar has kind of fell down a little bit.
He has.
The new guy. Who's the new guy?
From Buffalo.
There you go.
Allen. Yeah.
Josh Allen's the new guy.
Yeah.
And he was actually the first quarterback that went, and I drafted 2nd round.
Oh, you got him?
No, I didn't get him.
Oh, he went 2nd round.
Yeah,
round. Okay.
he went in the 2nd round. And then I could have got my in the 3rd, but I went Terry from the Washington football team.
See, me personally, I'm going for the home run quarterback early.
I don't do that. I want the makeup of my team. I got big man. I know he gotta throw the ball. He got weapons around there. He got Najee now. He gonna dump the ball out. Obviously don't feed him the ball and hopefully that run game gets together, but I don't really trust the offensive line. At the Steelers, they lost 3 people. What's that? Retired. So you're losing 3 people off the line. So, and it wasn't that good. I was invested in that team last year because I had big men. So it really wasn't that good. So I went 10th round. Did I draft big man? I think it might have been 10th round. But my team looked pretty good. I got Saquon, Antonio Gibson, Terry, Thielen. I got Kyle Pitts from Atlanta. Miles Sanders. Chase Edmonds.
What was your draft grade?
It was like a C.
Mm.
I never get some draft grades. I don't listen to that, man. They be all that's what they think. I can pick that same team on another site and they give me a different draft grade.
But see, this is interesting to me. I always find it interesting. Like Again, back to the quarterback thing we just spoke on. Like I remember not too many years ago, maybe 5 years ago, Breeze and Manning were your 1 and 2 picks every year.
Yeah.
And then it just flopped sometime after that. And yeah, it's like blasphemous almost to take a quarterback early now. And it's just like, I mean, Mahomes can win you a fantasy week.
He can.
By himself. Like, I mean, literally just his points can pretty much get you there sometimes.
It can, but sometimes, like last year, my cousin had him and he didn't play good. And I forgot that game he didn't play good. But he didn't give him the points that he usually get. And so now you got to depend on everybody else on your team to kind of pick up the slack and get you points. Even if you got to hope somebody just go off and kill. And then hopefully everybody just get that consistent number. So that's that. But I got a decent team. I'm happy with it. T.Y. Hilton is out for multiple weeks. So I got Pittman. I got Callaway from the Saints. You remember he had that big game preseason. David Johnson, and I got Devin Singletary from Buffalo.
Okay.
So we're gonna see. It should be
ready, man. Football is here finally.
I know. I watched a little college football over the weekend.
Yeah.
It's a big game in Charlotte this weekend. Georgia versus Clemson. That's probably gonna be crazy. What's he gonna do? What?
It's another big game too. Miami, Alabama in Atlanta.
It might be.
I think so. On Saturday. That's another big one. You going to a game?
I got a gig Saturday, so probably not. I should cancel it and say nine.
In Charlotte, who is it again? Say it again. Who playing?
Georgia and Clemson. So they're gonna travel. That game sold out, but I probably can get some StubHub.
Come on, Jones. We know how you do it. I ain't even worried about that.
I ain't going.
We will be in the building when they retire my boy the Big Tickets jersey up in Beantown.
When is that? When is that?
March.
Oh yeah, that is March.
Something like that.
Yeah, we got to go up there for that.
Definitely.
That'll be a good trip.
Oh yeah, I need to definitely get some memorabilia from out there that night.
You been to Boston before?
I drove through it. Nice. That's it.
Yeah. It's a nice history kind of city. Nice city. I think it's really nice and it looks different. I mean, obviously history all the way around it. But you gotta go to the Garden.
Oh yeah, that's what we
gotta go to the TD Garden. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I wanted to see if I can find this picture.
I'm gonna do a drop. Just go ahead and look. Make sure you like and subscribe to the Talkin Noise podcast. We're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, of course. Come on, support us, man. We're doing good though. Numbers getting there.
That's good.
We have to call one of Derek's super friends.
Who's that?
Slingshotters.
Here we go. What you know about?
I seen it. We got a special guest. I'm gonna put him on live.
Okay, Bird, what up? Right,
Bird, how are you?
Doing all right, man. How you doing, man? How you doing?
I'm letting you know right now you're live on the Talkin Noise podcast.
Oh, real?
You are live. Shout out.
Oh, man, that's what's up, man. I want to talk. Hey, I want to get a shout out to my man Cheston.
What's up, man?
He's out there, about to come back through and blaze y'all.
Please do.
Yeah, we got a seat waiting on you.
I was hitting you up, man, because I was trying to see how far away I was from you, but go ahead, man.
Well, what I can say is congratulations, my man. It is cool, right? It's cool. Congratulations, my man Bird. Just bought a house with his lady today. Proud of him.
It's big.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
So, congratulations. That's your shout out. We got to go. No more free publicity. You got 1 minute.
Man, I can't do no plug now.
No plug.
All right, man. Bring up on the show.
All right, bro. I'll hit you up. You need to come back on.
I got you, bro.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Bird.
Bird. Congratulations, Bird, on the big house, doing big things. I know he's been going through that process, but it's done now.
Yeah, I think he moved pretty close to me.
Take your feet up, grab you a beer, take a shot.
Anything on tonight, man? It's, again, August 31st.
Well, I always look out for my Atlanta Braves, who's been playing spectacular, even though we lost last night to the Dodgers. We're on a tough stretch right now, but we did win 2 out of the 3 against the Giants, who obviously number 1. Dodgers a couple games out, but Dodgers came out killing last night. They went 5-0. I mean, the guy was pitching really crazy. But then we had 2 back-to-back home runs, one from Soler and then one from Freeman, and then another home run. I think Riley might have hit one too. So he hit one. So I was up watching that until the 7th inning, then I went to the bed. But I've been watching a lot of baseball, man. I got some new hats for the show. I'm gonna make sure I put that on. And
new hat. I gotta get
nothing really crazy going on tonight, man.
Yeah, man. Sports-wise, it's pretty much this U.S. Open. I've been watching a lot of soccer. I'm a decent-sized fan of the Premier League.
That's my brother. He loved that.
Yeah, Twine. That's right. Yeah. I have to chop it up. We need to get Twine on the show. One of our theme song makers. You know what I'm saying? Twine need to come on.
Oh, of course. He'll come on here, man. We just gotta have some time. Get some time.
But yeah, I've been watching a little bit of this U.S. Open. I don't know if you've seen the Jake Paul. Was it Woodley or whatever his name is? That was I don't know. That was one of the more interesting ones I kind of tuned in and seen, because it was, to me, Woodley won, but it was every moment where he got a good shot in, because he got some good ones in, he would back off.
I'll say this: there's more pitchers out there with stunning shots, hitting Paul than Paul hitting Woodley. And when he had him on the ropes, he should have just went ahead and kind of
one more, he'd been probably out.
Trying to finish him then. But I'll say he was tested. Jake Paul was really tested. I say this one more of his better fights, because most of those fights don't go past the second round. But it was more one of his better fights, and you can kind of see at the end that I guess he had to get him a little respect, and he was kind of running from the rematch and trying to call out all these other people. He's like, "Nah, we doing that rematch now. We ain't doing that rematch. We doing that rematch now."
He worried about somebody else.
But like I've been saying before, boxing is done.
Yeah, it's sad where we at with it at this point, man. Thank you, Floyd. That's one more gift from the richest athlete in the world. Thank you.
You show people how to make millions easy in a sport, and now it's been done. It's over.
Yeah.
And we paying. Well, I ain't paying for it, but people paying for
it. Yeah, I ain't paying for that mess either, man. It's to me at that point. It's between that and all these head injury sports. You're not gonna see your best athletes playing them anymore. Like LeBron might have been just as good as a football player as he was a basketball player, but why play football for at the most? What are they playing? 10 years now?
Maybe 7. I say 7 to 10.
7 to 10 years, and that's for the really good players.
That's for
why
you.
Do that, and I can play in the NBA till I'm 40, which is what he's about to do.
Yeah. And that's crazy, and I always commend LeBron for that.
Mm-hmm.
Work.
You got to think. Football career, we could have seen LeBron last in 2013, 14, 15.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
And been over.
Yep.
But we're just coming on here to chop it up, man, and give you some updates.
I know y'all missed us.
Thoughts on what we're doing. So we got to come back, man. I don't know what we were talking about next. I'm kind of fresh with this thing, you know. I'm trying to get back in the groove.
We had one topic. My man Namre wanted to speak on men's health.
Oh,
so that may be something, you know.
I think like for those, and that's what we talked about with Simone Biles, and you know,
we did
and things like that. We talked about, you know, mental health and you know, men's and women's. So we can try to get a specialist on here and kind of, you know, pick their brain and questions. And if you guys got some questions for that, make sure you comment. Let us know. Let us know what you're thinking. But always, never forget, like, subscribe, send it out to 3 friends. Like, subscribe, send it out to 3 friends. We'll love you forever. I think next episode I'm gonna have a surprise.
Surprise
to somebody, maybe 2 people.
What do they got to do, Derek?
I don't know. I might have them like tag this video and tag a video we create.
Or you could tag this video. This will be our gap.
Here you go. You can tag this video and we can just send it out to 2 people and post it on your story. And then I might buy you lunch or something.
Can I enter in? Because this brother right here got some money, y'all.
You cannot enter in, sir. You cannot enter in, sir.
Okay.
But we thank you for your support.
I'm like and subscribed already, to be honest with you. So.
We out.
Yeah, man. Good one. Good talk, man.
You already know.